and welcome back. My name is Vanessa Blank from Wildwoman Bushcraft. Do you want to accompany me at a very windy winter solo bushcraft trip in the Bavarian forest? Yes? So come with me. Today I am in an unknown area, an unknown forest, and when I am in an area that I don't know, I always take my GPS with me so I can check out the area, and I always check before I start where are the next ways. I park my car at the end of the forest and then I go to the deepest point where the streets are so far away as it is possible, and I hope that this place is then a good place for stay overnight, and I'm searching now for the deepest point here. This here is the home of a fox. I can see some bones lay here around, and this is typical for the fox. It is also typical that they had more than one entrance, so if they had to escape, that they can move out of their home. I do not see often in Bavarian forest pieces of the forest where so many massive dead wood is laying around. But this had a reason. Here is the bark beetle in the trees, and bark beetle and storm is a very bad combination because there are standing a lot of trees that are dead, and there is the chance that they fall down now with the storm. So maybe I can check out the area here around. Maybe there are trees that are alive, and I can take the wood from here, the dead wood, and don't have to to carry it for a long way. Let's check it out. I just found this place here. It is with a lot of moss. It means that it is comfortable in the night, and I'm protected from this side here. I show it to you after this scene, because there is only growing young wood, young trees. They are about 20-25 years old, not so high that they can break. And here in the background the trees stand very close together. That means if one tree break, the other one will fix them, will catch it. And when you hear the voice of the noise of a broken tree, you just can go out and run here into the small growing forest. This is what growing at the other side, only young trees, and they are not dangerous in the storm for me. So I want to make my top now, build my top, and if I had enough sunlight and enough time, I will build something like a wind wall and wind blocker, because it can be very cold with the wind in the night, and I want to have it comfortable. I really like to use this camping tripod in the winter times, because you sit away from the cold ground, and when the ground is wet you can put your equipment on top and it stay dry. I love it. For the winter times, for the cold months, perfect. When it is stormy like today, I prefer to fix my top between two trees or at one tree, because it is always more stable as you build yourself on construction. I try to fix the one open part from the top so close to the tree as it possible, so there cannot go so many wind into my top. And at the other side I will let it a little bit open till the day, and when I go to sleep I will close it too. I finished fixing my top and now it began to rain. So I show you what I've built, and then I put my stuff into the dry place. I fix the top at the two middle points, here down at the ground and here up at the tree. The other side is fixed so close to the tree as it possible. So the one reason is that I had it warm inside, and the other reason, the more wind came to your construction, the easier the wind can damage your tarp, so it can blow away. Here I fixed not the end, I fixed at a fixed point 1 point before the end, and this part here I fix it away, so I had a bigger entrance and can go easier here in and outside. And when I go to bed, I close it here also to the tree. And in the inner part I had some tarp over, and I lay it here directly at the ground. Now it looks a little bit like a tent, very comfortable. The strongest part of the storm is over now, I hope so. After the storm there was the rain. Actually we had no rain, but I'm not sure if it is coming again or not. So at first I want to collect enough firewood, because tonight I want to have it warm and comfortable, and I want to have something warm to eat. I don't want to eat my meat without cooking. So, and when I had, after making firewood enough time, I built my windproof wall. I think I've got enough fire and built wood now. The firewood is here under the trees, because when it begins to rain again, it is here so good as it possible dry. And this here is hardwood, beech wood. I want to build my my wind wall with this. No, only the branches that fix the wall is here with this hardwood. And now I had to cut the firewood if the rain begins again, so that I can start the fire whenever I want. You see, this tree stump is too soft to make their wood into small pieces, so I had to check the area around. Maybe there is somewhere a better tree stump. The storm is getting stronger now. I'm here under the small trees. Here can nothing happen to me, but at this point where the big trees are growing, this is the death zone at the moment. I will just stay here and make firewood. Here can nothing happen because the big trees don't arrive me here. Sometimes I wish I had a bigger axe than this tomahawk, but a bigger axe means more weight and I don't want to carry so much weight. And of course I had bigger axes at home, some Grenzjäger axes, but I will use this one because I don't want to carry so much weight with me. I just fixed the wind blocker wall with a string, and now I see that I had some holes between the branches. I will close the holes with moss. It is a little bit sad, but because I think I need 2 of those wind blocker walls, but I don't have enough time for that. So I cover the holes, then I start the fire, and when I had enough time I built a little bit more, a second wind stop wall. We will see if there is enough time or not. But I think without the wall fire would be very hard today because the wind is very, very strong. Fertig. I think I don't want to let the fire burn today for a long time. It burns, but the wind is the problem. The sparks flying everywhere here around, and this is very dangerous. So I want to cook now, and then when it is too dangerous for me, I can let go the fire out. This is what I mean. The wind changed continually his way, and maybe actually it is blowing from this side, later it is blowing from this side, so you can't control it, and I had to cover the fire from every side, but this was not possible at this time. So I think after eating, the fire is out. So today I had some pig medallions and paprika. I need some energy after working. Food is ready. Normally I really like the wind and I really like storms when they are at the day, but here now in the night it is dark, I am alone in the forest. There make the wind so much noise that are not normal night forest noises, and I can sleep very well with the normal forest voices they are at every night, but with the wind everything is changing. The wind is blocking a lot of voices you don't hear so much, and then when the trees came together they make those ear, ear, like a door, ear, or the leaves falling down suddenly, and I hope I can sleep well this night with all those, for me, animal night voices. My sleeping bag is ready now. I look that I make the sleeping bag always ready an hour before I go into the bed, because you had to put it out of the package bag so that the sleeping bag can get bigger and get the best isolation. So, and I only wait till the fire is out now, and then I go into the sleeping bag. I've put for tomorrow some wood and small branches into the top, that if it is raining tonight, everything is dry for tomorrow. And I also had enough space for my backpack, so it will be really comfortable tonight. I close later the top completely, and then there is only such a small hole open where the wind came in. So I think it would be okay and not so cold. I had my knees today a lot at the ground, so the trousers wet, and I had to put it off. Normally in the cold months I go into the sleeping bag when my clothes are dry, complete with all the clothes, and then I put it slowly off. First the socks, then the trousers, then the jacket, and I use it as a pillow or beside me for an isolation. But today the trousers are wet, so they had to I had to put it off, and my jacket will stay on because it is not so warm, and later when my sleeping bag is warm I will put it out. So, I had it really warm and comfortable. I had to check my GPS tomorrow, but I think it is not so cold. I think we had 5 degrees. So tonight there will be nothing frosty, no ice rain. I hope so. And I hope that the storm is soon away, because I don't like the storm voices. I feel safe here, so nothing can happen, but the voices and noises around from the storm are not what I hear normally in the night. But I think it will be better soon, and then I can sleep well. And we see us tomorrow, fresh, and then I will show you more from my solo forest adventure. Good night!